has stated that there are significant human rights issues here in Britain, including serious restrictions of freedom of expression. An issue not tackled in our Westminster-approved regime media, but powerfully pointed out by ex-Prime Minister Liz Truss in, you guessed it, the independent media, to Ben Shapiro.
Back in 2021.
But it was 1695 that the free press was invented in Britain. That was before, the United States of America was established. We came up with these things, Magna Carta, the Bill of Rights. I find it utterly shameful that those ancient liberties, which have promoted so much freedom around the world, including, I think, the jewel in the crown, the United States of America, have become completely bastardized in Britain. I mean, imagine people being arrested and jailed for a post on X.
And typically,
this is what is happening at the
moment.
And
typically a post on X that is deemed anti-Islamic because the post on X will be against a terrorist march in the middle of London or something. I mean, it really is shocking.
Literally somebody was arrested the other day for mocking a terrorist who had been bombed as part of the page bomb. For mocking a terrorist, they were arrested.
And yet Slippery Starmer has the cheek to lie to the face of Donald Trump and lie to the face of J.D. Vance by saying that this is a country that still believes in free speech.
And this is not policies that any parliament has passed. These are policies that have been come up with by so-called independent bodies. So they're not legitimate. They don't have the authority of the electorate, but they are being imposed on the British people. The whole concept of a non-crime hate incident, which sounds completely Orwellian, no politician came up with that. That was invented by the College of Policing, which is a body that is completely unaccountable. And we now live in a kind of Orwellian state in Britain where lots of people are worried about what they say. And this is the whole purpose. The whole purpose is to cover up what's going on in our country because people know there are massive issues with the grooming gangs of young girls of the authorities not being held to account for that. They know that our economy is in decline. They can see steelworks closing down because of the environmental policies. They can see businesses not being able to start up. And the authorities and the establishment don't want people really to know how bad it is. And that is why they're going for suppressing, distorting, using the mainstream media to try and cover up this stuff.
Well, the cover-up must end. And it is my life's work to be part of shining, I guess, a harsh spotlight on the truly evil tactics of our malign government.